Let us continue foundation chemistry. In that gas state will take. In gas state, in the last class we discussed pressure of gas and the number of moles of gas. Sorry. What is the formula to find a number of moles of gas? We discussed. What is the formula to find a number of moles of gas? What is the formula to find a number of moles of gas that we discussed? Number of moles of gas. Sorry. Number of moles of gas. To find a number of moles of gas. To find the number of moles of gas, what is the formula we used? Mass of gas by gram molecular mass of gas. Gram molecular mass of gas. Okay. So to find the number of moles of gas, what is the formula we used? One is mass of gas by gram molecular mass of gas. What is gram molecular mass? What is gram molecular mass? What is gram molecular mass, do you think? Here we have discussed what number of moles of gas equal to mass of gas by gram molecular mass of gas. Sorry, what is meant by gram molecular mass, do you think? Or in your mind, what idea is there? That idea you deliver it. You send by message. Gram molecular mass means what do you think? What is the meaning of gram molecular mass? Sir, what is the meaning of molecular mass, do you say? What is the meaning of molecular mass, do you say? You send the message by chatting. Otherwise, how can I know it whether you have understood or not? Okay. So what is meant by molecular mass? Sorry. How to find molecular mass? How to find molecular mass? Sorry. What is meant by atomic mass? What is meant by atomic mass? Sorry. What is meant by mass number? What is meant by mass number? What is the meaning of mass number, do you say? Sorry. Okay. So first we will see what is a atom, we will see then. We will see what is meant by atom. What is meant by atom, we will see. This atom, shall we say, it is the smallest particle. It is the smallest particle of any matter. Can we say like this? Shall we say that atom means smallest particle of any matter? Shall we say? Yes or no? What do you say? Atom means smallest particle of any matter. So what is matter, do you say? What is the meaning of matter? Matter means whatever the substance that is existing in the universe. Matter means whatever the substance that is existing in the universe. So in the universe, whatever the matter that is existing, whatever the matter, whether it is solid or liquid or gas or a plasma or whatever the matter you take, whatever the matter in the universe that is made up of smallest particle called what means atoms, we can say. Plasma word we can leave it. Okay, we generally will take solid, liquid, gas will take. Generally we'll take solid, liquid, gas. In the solid, liquid, gas, that is the matter. That matter consists of smallest particles called atoms. So what is the meaning of atom? We got an idea. Now this atom consists of subatomic particles. Who discovered this? Atom consists of subatomic particles. Who discovered this, do you think? Sir, do you think that atom is divisible or not? What do you say? Atom is divisible, do you say, or it is not divisible, do you say? What do you think regarding this? Do you say atom is divisible or not divisible? What do you say? Do you say that atom is divisible or not divisible? In what manner do you say regarding atom? What do you say regarding atom? Do you say atom is divisible or atom is not divisible? What do you say? And what is the idea do you have? What is the idea do you have? Do you say atom is divisible or atom is not divisible? What is your idea? Can we divide the atom? Can we split the atom or we cannot split the atom? What do you say? Is it possible to split the atom? Now say, is it possible? Is it possible to split the atom? Is it possible to split the atom? What do you think? What do you say regarding this? Yes or no? Is it possible to split the atom? Can we split the atom or we cannot split the atom? What is your response regarding this? Is it possible to split the atom? Yes or no? Can we split? Any experimental evidence is there? Sorry. What about Dalton's concept? What regarding Dalton's? What Dalton says? As per Dalton's concept, as per Dalton's concept, atom was not divisible. Atom was not divisible. As per Dalton's concept, atom was not divisible. Atom was not divisible. Later, J.J. Thomson conducted an experiment. What is that experimental result? In his experiment, what he delivered, that we'll see. In his experiment, what he delivered, that we'll see. Okay, we are seeing what means J.J. Thomson experiment we are seeing. So in J.J. Thomson experiment, in J.J. Thomson experiment, he considered a tube. What is the tube he considered? In the sense, he considered quartz tube. What is quartz? What is quartz? What is the chemical name of quartz? What is the chemical name of quartz, do you say? Chemical name of quartz is what means? Silicon dioxide. That is, it is nothing but what means one form of sand. It is nothing but a form of sand. Quartz is nothing but one form of sand. Sir. So chemical name of quartz. What is the chemical name of quartz? In the sense, chemical name is silicon dioxide. It is a form of sand, we can say. So now J.J. Thomson considered a tube. This tube is made up of what means quartz tube. Sir, in this quartz tube, what he took? In this quartz tube, what he took, that we will see. In this quartz tube, what he took? He kept the quartz tube as vacuum. Otherwise, very much small quantity of gas. Very much small quantity of gas in the tube is taken. In this tube, what is taken means very much small quantity of gas is taken. Very much small quantity means what? In what terms, in what way do you say very much small quantity? That means now we can say in terms of pressure, we can say. So what is the pressure? Pressure, if you take 1 atmospheric pressure, we will take 1 atmospheric pressure is atmospheric air pressure. 1 atmospheric pressure means atmospheric air pressure. Atmospheric air pressure we can say as 1 atmosphere. Atmospheric air pressure we can say as 1 atmosphere. So if air flows, how do we feel? That pressure is 1 atmosphere. That is called 1 atmosphere, we can say. So 1 atmosphere is equal to how much? Means 76 centimeter of mercury. 1 atmosphere is equal to how much? Means 76 centimeter of mercury, which is nothing but 760 millimeter of mercury. Which is nothing but what? Means 760 millimeter of mercury, we can say. Here 760 millimeter of mercury means around us atmospheric air is there. Around us atmospheric air is there. That air is exerting how much pressure? Means 1 atmosphere that exerts. 1 atmosphere means we can say 760 millimeter of mercury. Here very small quantity of gas means what is the pressure? Do you know? 10 to the power of minus 4 millimeter of mercury. 10 to the power of minus 4 millimeter of mercury, that pressure is taken. That means in this quartz tube, how much amount of gas is taken? Means that gas is exerting pressure 10 power minus 4. That gas is exerting pressure 10 power minus 4 millimeter of mercury. 10 power minus 4 millimeter of mercury, that pressure the gas is exerting. So gas exerted what pressure you see? 10 to the power of minus 4 millimeter of mercury. That pressure gas is exerting. Sir, that means this pressure means how much gas will be there? Can you visualize it? Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it, this quantity of gas? See, we are surrounded by the atmospheric air is surrounding us. That is exerting 1 atmosphere. That pressure is 760 millimeter of mercury. That is around us, that much pressure is there. Around us, this much pressure is there. But in this quartz tube, J.J. Thomson took this quartz tube. In this quartz tube, how much gas? 10 to the power of minus 4 millimeter of mercury. 10 to the power of minus 4 means what? 1 by 10,000. That means how much small you see. Okay, so that in the J.J. Thomson, in the quartz tube, he took this much very low pressure of gas he took. Very low pressure of gas he took in the quartz tube. So, in the quartz tube he took very much low pressure. Then he placed 2 metal plates. It is one metal plate. It is one metal plate. 2 metal plates he placed. One metal plate is he connected to the negative charge of the battery. Negative charge of the battery. Another metal plate he connected to the positive charge of the battery. Positive charge of the battery. Okay. So what he did, you see that it is a battery. In the battery, it is a negative pole of the battery. Negative pole of the battery is connected to this metal plate. So this metal plate is having negative charge. Positive pole of the battery. This battery symbol is like this. Okay, battery symbol is like this. In this battery symbol, this big line indicates positive pole of the battery. The positive pole of the battery is connected to this metal plate. So this metal plate is having positive charge. Okay. So for battery, how to give the symbolic representation? For battery, how do you give symbolic representation? One small line and one is big line. Small line you are connecting to this plate. Small line representing negative charge. Positive charge, the big line representing positive charge. First you say in the battery, what is the meaning for a negative pole and what is the meaning for positive pole? How to understand it? Battery, if you take negative pole, positive pole is there. You might also have seen that in the clocks and all, in the wall clocks and all, we will keep a battery, 1.5 volt battery we will keep. In that 1.5 volt battery, if you see negative pole, positive pole, two poles will be there. What does negative pole indicate? What does this negative pole indicate, do you think? What do you think about negative pole? This negative pole indicates what? This negative pole indicates rich of electrons. This negative pole indicates what means rich of electrons. Otherwise, we can say high energy electrons. High energy electrons we can say. Okay. This in the battery, negative pole, positive pole is there. What is the meaning of this negative pole means? This negative pole indicates rich of electrons we can say. Negative pole indicates rich of electrons we can say. Otherwise, this negative pole is having high energy electrons we can say. This negative pole is having high energy electrons we can say. Okay, so this negative pole is having rich of electrons, or this negative pole is having high energy electrons, higher energy. Okay, so what is the meaning of positive pole? Positive pole means poor number of electrons. Positive pole means poor number of electrons we can say. What is the meaning of positive pole means? Positive pole means poor number of electrons. Otherwise we can say low energy electrons. Low energy electrons we can say. So what is the meaning of positive pole? See, positive pole means poor number of electrons we can say. Otherwise low energy electrons we can say. So in the battery, two poles will be there. Whatever the battery you take, two poles will be there. One is a negative pole, another one is positive pole will be there. Negative pole indicates what? Negative pole is the rich of electrons we can say. Negative pole is nothing but rich of electrons. Negative pole is having higher energy electrons. Positive pole is having poor number of electrons. Low energy electrons, that is positive pole. Battery means like this. Sir. So what is the meaning of a battery? We got an idea. In the battery, whatever the battery you take, two poles will be there. One pole is called a positive pole. Another pole is called a negative pole we can say. One pole is a positive pole we can say. Another pole we can say as a negative pole we can say. So in the battery, two poles we said. Here negative pole we are giving a small line. Positive pole we are giving as a big line. In this battery, the negative pole is connected to this metal plate. So this metal plate is getting the charge, a negative charge. The plate which is having negative charge is named as cathode. Okay, is named as cathode. Now this positive pole of this battery is connected to this plate. This plate is carrying positive charge. Positive charge of this plate is called a anode. Anode you will see. So what is cathode, do you think? What is cathode? Cathode means that is having negative charge. What is anode? Anode means that is having positive charge. Okay. Then battery means we have to give a potential difference. Battery gives a certain potential difference. Battery gives certain potential difference we can say. Otherwise, battery is having certain EMF, electromotive force. EMF we can say as electromotive force we can say. So battery gives a certain EMF. Battery gives a certain potential difference. You might have seen regarding this potential difference, you might have heard that in the wall clock we are keeping battery cells, we are keeping that battery cells, have you seen that in that potential difference is mentioned? Have you seen the wall clock battery cells? In the wall clock battery cells, you see that what is mentioned means 1.5 V. V is called what? Voltage. V is the unit of voltage. V is called what means unit of voltage we can say. V is called volt. Volt means unit of voltage. That means battery cells if you take that is how much means 1.5 volt battery. 1.5 volt battery we can say. In that way 6 volt battery is there. Like this batteries, if you see that potential difference, this potential difference is mentioned. Now what is meant by this potential difference? How do we imagine it? How to understand this potential difference? How to understand this potential difference? For that we'll see one thing. Now suppose now we will take this watch clock, the watch clock wall clock battery will take. We'll take a wall clock battery. Wall clock battery will take. Wall clock battery will take. So wall clock battery, if you take a, how it is there, you see wall clock battery. You are taking wall clock battery. Wall clock battery, if you take a, that is 1.5 volt battery. Using that we can make LED bulb to glow. One LED bulb can be glown using this 1.5 volt battery. So wall clock battery, if you take, that is having 1.5 volt. Using that we can glow it one LED bulb. Can this battery is used for glowing tube light? Can this battery is used for making tube light to glow? Can this battery is used for making tube light to glow? No, because this voltage is not enough to make tube light to glow. So in order to make tube light to glow, what is the voltage required? Nearly 150 to 240 voltage is required. Nearly so and so voltage we are giving. We are getting electrical energy from Tangentco. That electrical energy, if you see that that is having voltage in this value, it will be there. From 150 to 240 voltage, in this value it will be there, that voltage. So this voltage is used for making tube light to glow. Now we will see what is the voltage given for this J.J. Thomson experiment. For J.J. Thomson experiment, here what is the voltage is given? So what is the voltage in the sense? Around 10,000 voltage is given. Around what voltage given? See, around 10,000 voltage is given. So around 10,000 voltage is given in the sense around 10,000 voltage is given. That much voltage is supplied. Okay. So is it a normal voltage, do you think? And in the railway tracks, for trains, to run trains, current will be utilized. That voltage is how much? Roughly 25,000 voltage. Okay, so here how much voltage is given in the sense 10,000 voltage is given. Sir, then by giving 10,000 voltage, he gave this much voltage. Then he observed this place. He observed this place. How this place is there means this place is glowing. This place is glowing now. On giving this much voltage, this place is glowing. This place is glowing in the sense why does it glow? Is it emitting anything is moving here? This place is glowing. This place is glowing in the sense what had happened? What had happened such that it is glowing? What had happened here such that it is glowing? Suppose we are taking tube light. We are taking tube light. We are taking. If we give electrical energy, tube light glows. If we give electrical energy to the tube light, it glows. That means it emits what means it emits radiation. It emits radiation, we can say. Like this, this part is glowing in the sense, is it emitting radiation or not emitting radiation? What do you think? Is it emitting radiation that means here emitted radiation is moving here or what? This part is glowing. This part is glowing means a radiation is moving or what do you say regarding this place? Sir, what is radiation? What is radiation? Radiation is nothing but is a form of energy. What is radiation means? It is a form of energy, we can say. It is a form of energy, that's all. Radiation means what? It is a form of energy, we can say. It is a form of energy, that's all. Suppose sun radiation, we are saying that sun radiation, we are saying sun radiation. Sun radiation means what? It is a form of energy, that's all, isn't it? Since it is a form of energy, we are feeling uneasy in to walk in the sunlight, because it is a form of energy, so that we are feeling uneasy to walk in the sunlight. Yes or no? So we are saying sun rays. We will say what means expose the body to sun rays in order to get vitamin D. Like this and all we are saying no, sun rays, sun radiation. So what is radiation? Radiation is a form of energy, we can say. So now you see that tube light is glowing means tube light emits rays. Tube light emits radiation. Tube light emits energy. So now you see that in this J.J. Thomson experiment, this part is glowing. This part is glowing in the sense, is there any radiation is moving here? Is there any radiation coming in this place? Is there any radiation present in this place? What do you say regarding this? Now this part is glowing. Why is it so? Why that part is glowing? Why that part is glowing, do you say? In otherwise, in that part is glowing because, sir, what is the evidence for glowing? You may be asking. What is the evidence for glowing that part, sir? For that case, let us do one thing. What we will do means we will keep one photographic plate here. We will keep one photographic plate having some bolts. That plate will keep one photographic plate will keep. After this experiment, we will take out this photographic plate and we will develop the photographic plate. Now we developed what means photographic plate we developed. We developed the photographic plate. In this photographic plate, if you see, striking will be there. In this photographic plate, striking is there. When photographic plate will be striking? You also know that you take the camera, consider the camera. In the camera, we will keep film roll, we'll keep film roll. Film roll we have to keep in camera. We should not take this film roll in the normal timings. We have to exhaust all the films in the film roll. And we have to take out this film roll only in the photo studio where no light is there. Isn't it or not? So before exhausting all the films in the film roll should not be taken outside. Isn't it? Why? If you take out this film roll from the camera, what will happen? Sun rays will strike this film roll and the striking will be there. Sun rays will fall on this. Sun rays will fall on this. If it is falling, some chemical reaction takes place here, then striking will be there. Some lines will be there. Some lines like this, some shading, these and all will be there in the film. Why some lines shading are there? Because these rays went and fell over here. Therefore here chemical reaction took place. Isn't it? Therefore, in this film roll, striking will be there. If nothing is falling on the film, will there be any striking here? Will there be any shading? Will there be any lines? So now you say that You placed a photographic plate here. After some time you are taking out photographic plate and you are developing. Some striking is there, means some rays went and fell over here or not. Some rays went and fell over here or not. So now you say why this place is glowing. Why this place is glowing? What is your answer regarding this? Why that place is glowing? Due to radiation? Due to rays? Due to rays, do you say? That place is glowing in the sense, do you say due to rays? What is your idea regarding that? Due to some rays? Yes or no? Due to some rays only it is glowing? No. Yes or no? Due to radiation, shall we say no? Due to radiation, shall we say no? Radiation means energy particles, shall we say? Energy particles, shall we say? How do we say particles? Why do you say the word particles? Why can't you say waves? We are saying it is energy particles we are saying, or energy waves shall we say? Energy particles shall we say, or energy waves shall we say? Here, if we keep photographic plate is affected. That means it is striking the photographic plate. It stroke the photographic plate. That's why photographic plate is affected. It stroke the photographic plate means it contains particles or waves. It stroke the photographic plate. That's why in the photographic plate striking is there, marking is there, shading is there. So it stroke the photographic plate means it is having some shape, some volume. That's why. Which will have volume, which will have shape, particle will have. So that we can say energy particles, we can say. So here from this, what we are saying in the sense, some rays we are saying. Okay, rays are moving like this. Rays are moving like this. Sorry, these rays, something is created means something is destroyed, isn't it? That is only possible. Something is created means something is destroyed. Okay, something is created means something is destroyed, we can say. Here rays are coming means rays are created. Due to what? We are passing current. We are passing current, so that rays are created. What is the origin for these rays? What is the origin? What is the origin for these rays? What shall we say regarding origin? What is the origin for these rays? From where rays are coming? Which is emitting these rays? Which is emitting these rays? Which will emit these rays such that these rays are going like this? Sun. Now these rays are having what nature? That we will see. These rays are having what nature? That we will see. Those rays we will consider. Those rays we are considering. Okay, those rays we are considering separately. Now we will keep here one electric field. We will keep here. To this plate we will give negative charge. To this plate we will give positive charge. To this plate we are giving positive charge. To this plate we are giving negative charge. The rays coming like this. After entering into this electric field, the ray is bending and going like this. How this rays? Generally, rays will go straight, isn't it? Generally, rays will go straight unless disturbance comes. So these rays are going like this. As soon as it enters in the field of electric field, it bends and goes. It bends and goes in the sense these rays are affected by this electric field. That's why it is bending. If electric field is not affecting these rays, then these rays would have gone straight. These rays would have gone straight like this, would have gone straight like this. These rays did not come in the straight way. These rays went deflected. These rays deflected towards positive plate in the presence of external electric field. Now you say, why these rays deviated towards positive plate in the presence of external electric field? Why it has deviated? It has deviated towards positive plate means, do you think is it having charge? Do you think that is it having charge? If you say that it is having charge means, what charge does it have? What charge does it have? Do you say negative charge or positive charge? First, you say whether these rays are having charge or not. First, you say that whether these rays are having charge or not. Sir, we will see. First, attraction we will see. Attraction is possible between which bodies? Between oppositely charged bodies. Between oppositely charged bodies, attraction is possible. Repulsion is possible between which bodies? Between like bodies. Between like bodies. Between same charge, repulsion is possible. Positive repel positive. Negative repel negative. But attraction is possible in which case? Attraction is possible between plus and minus. Attraction is possible between positive charge and negative charge. Now you say that in the presence of electric field, like this happened. Sorry. Suppose if electric field is not there, what will happen? In that way also you may ask a question. Sir, now we will take the trace. We will take the trace. Now no external electric field given. No external electric field at this place. No external electric field. What is the path of these rays? Path of these rays like this. No deviation in the path. External electric field is not given. Electric field means passing current. External electric field is not given. Then path of these rays is straight. Now we will give external electric field. Okay. So here we will give negative plate. Here we will keep a positive plate. We will keep. We are giving external electric field. We are giving external electric field. Now what is the behavior of the rays? How the rays is moving in the sense, the ray coming straight. When it enters into the external electric field, it bends. It is bending. When it is enters into the external electric field, it is bending towards what means towards positive plate. When there is no external electric field, it is not bending, it is moving straight. These rays are moving straight. When the rays are entering into the external electric field, the ray is bending towards positive plate. Why is it so? Now you say, why does ray bends or deviates towards positive plate of external field, positive plate of external electric field? What do you say? What do you say regarding this? Why does ray bend towards positive plate of external electric field? Why is it bending? For what reason it is bending? Now you are saying that it is having negative charge. Okay, the ray is having what charge in the sense? Negative charge. This ray is having negative charge. This ray is having negative charge. That's why it is bending towards positive plate. You are correct. Now